Hi, my name is Viet Nguyen, and for this VIP, I've been working on Godot. Godot has their own system for basically making your own server so that other peers can join in for a network to make a multiplayer experience. So they already have that pre-existing in one of their libraries for it's called eNet Multiplayer Peer. So here I have a few couple of instances of the project that I can load up where everyone can play on the same scene with each player instance dedicated to each local player. Okay, I will show this real quick. So here, this will just be the beginning screen where you identify the port. You identify the port and then where you'll join, which port you'll be joining after. Okay, so sorry. There's going to be a lot of tabs of Godot here.
Okay.
Uh, all right, let's see. I think three, right? Okay, yeah, perfect. So I've set it so that it's equal or that you can have up to four players, but I'll just showcase three for the time being. So
Hmm.
here you're a host on this port. And again, it's very bare bones, but you'll have this first player. You can rotate, you can jump, you can move around. There's also an object in the middle, which was the win con and lose condition for other people. So here I'll connect with these other people as well. And you can see on the first screen that the first player shows up here. They also have their own controls. They can move around,
Oh,
jump as
okay.
well. This player can also join. Same thing, jump around, move around, turn around, and rotate. So let's just push this ball. Let's just push this ball to one of the ends. I'll say this is like a very, very, very much bare bones soccer. I
Okay.
would say it's very it's a little finicky, but I will try and push this ball
Oh,
to.
okay. There it goes. Whee!
Oh no. This is okay. Well, I made it so that so one of the things is also that I have been trying to look into is I can only make a certain condition for winning and losing for all of them at once. I can't specify each sort of specific player to have their own win and lose screen condition. So here, once it goes back, it'll be a lose condition for all three players. But I would like it to be so that if I made like a team of two versus two, it would respectively go to the win screen for the two players that scored the goal versus the two players that did not score the goal. Oh
Huh.
my God.
So do you need to make one of the players be sort of a overall game manager that then communicates with the other to sort that out?
Yes, I think so. Like, so the problem that
Oh,
I was
there's
having,
one controller. Okay.
yeah, okay, it is not pushing at all. Please, please. Okay, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
It would
Okay.
so it would be like you lose, quit, and then the other way around, it would end up on the win screen. I'll just load up one player and then just do that real quick. But for the most part, I would say what I wanted to improve upon it was that I wanted to obviously import some sort of different animation than just a moving capsule. I
Right.
wanted
That's
to
something you can
do
add later. So
exactly,
your main
exactly,
goal here was to get the networking working.
exactly. The
Now,
visuals were something I can just worry about later. Like Mixamo using Blender to sort of add animations. All right, there we go. Moving it forward brings you to the windscreen. And for the most part, I was really just focused on making sure that every player could be in the scene, up to four players, and they all have their own controls that don't really mess with anyone else's. I feel like there's a lot of potential to sort of have some kind of multiplayer
right.
experience. I think
So
that's
I think you
very
should take a look at Viva's project because she actually had a character that was running around using a character controller and some sort of animation. So
right.
you could probably take a look at what she did and work with that here.
There are a lot of tutorials out there for adding animations.
So what's your overall sense of the experience of using Godot versus using Unity?
I think the best selling point for Godot is the fact that there's the open libraries that are just very much open. They have all sorts of resources to use. In terms of Unity, I think it's a little bit more limited in that sense, but also they have their own infrastructure that have their own positives and downsides, obviously. But I feel like Godot's best selling point is the fact that they have the open source libraries for you to use and import assets of your own. So I think that's the best part for Godot.
Yeah, Unity has the asset store, but and it has some free assets on the store, but a lot
Right.
of them are paid assets. And the way Unity tends to break things when they update Unity, a lot of the assets wind up basically being dead assets because
Hmm.
it's
Right.
too hard for the people who make the assets to keep up with all of the various changes and things like that.
Mhm.
Okay, that's cool.